Hey everyone, quick question. When was the last time you checked your MOT date? If your renewal is coming up anytime soon, you'll want to pay close attention to this, because from November 2025, the UK's MOT system is getting one of the biggest updates we've seen in years. These changes are designed to make the whole process safer, more transparent, and harder to cheat, but they'll also affect how you book, test, and even choose your garage. Now, before you worry that this is going to be some complicated government talk, don't stress. I'll walk you through exactly what's changing, why it matters, and what you should do to prepare, all in simple terms. So, what's happening? From November next year, the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, or DVSA, is introducing a new and much tighter MOT process. The goal here is to stop fake certificates, make tests more reliable, and keep unsafe cars off the road. One of the biggest updates is something we've never had before: mandatory photographic evidence. Basically, every time a car goes in for its MOT, the garage will need to take a photo of it right there in the testing bay. That photo gets uploaded to the official MOT system and linked to the test certificate. It's a simple step, but a really important one, because in the past there have been cases where some garages issued certificates for cars that never even showed up. Those so-called ghost MOTs were not only illegal, but dangerous. The new photo rule means that every test now has visual proof that the vehicle was actually inspected. You might also notice a few more detailed checks during your next MOT. The basics like brakes, lights, and suspension stay the same, but the new system puts more focus on emissions, tires, and modern vehicle technology. That means stricter testing on exhaust emissions, part of the UK's bigger push for cleaner air, and closer inspections of tires, not just for tread depth, but also for their age and condition. If you've got older tires, even if they look fine, they might not pass under the new rules. And for newer vehicles with advanced driver assistance systems, things like lane keeping, parking sensors, or adaptive cruise control, expect those systems to start being checked more closely in the future. The DVSA hasn't rolled out full testing for that yet, but it's definitely coming down the line. Another big part of the reform is cracking down on fraud. Sadly, a small number of garages have been caught faking MOTs or skipping proper checks. With the new system, the DVSA will be using things like photo verification, location tracking, and data analytics to flag any suspicious patterns. If a garage tries to cut corners, they'll be caught a lot faster. For drivers, this means it's more important than ever to stick with DVSA-approved garages. Avoid any place that promises a guaranteed pass or a suspiciously cheap MOT. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, why does all this matter for you? Well, aside from safety, which should always come first, there are legal and financial reasons too. If your car is over 3 years old, you're legally required to have a valid MOT to drive on public roads. No valid MOT means you could face fines, your insurance could become invalid, and your car could even be seized. And under this new system, if your garage doesn't follow the new photo and data rules properly, your MOT could technically be considered invalid, even if you thought you did everything right. That's why choosing a reputable garage is absolutely key. Let's talk preparation. The best thing you can do right now is get into the habit of booking your MOT early. Don't leave it until the last minute. Tests may take a little longer once the new procedures kick in, especially with the photo uploads and stricter checks. Also, give your car a quick pre-MOT check yourself. Look at your tires, lights, wipers, and exhaust. Make sure your number plate is clean and easy to read. You want that visible for the photo evidence. And if your tires are getting old or starting to crack, consider replacing them before your test. Once your MOT is done, double-check your certificate details. Your registration, VIN number, and test date should all match up correctly. It's a small thing, but it can save you headaches later. It's also worth mentioning that officials are still reviewing how classic cars and newer high-tech vehicles will be handled in the future. Classic cars over 40 years old are currently exempt from MOTs, but there's talk about bringing in occasional safety checks for them again. None of that is confirmed yet, but it shows that the system is moving toward more consistent standards for all vehicles, old and new. In short, these MOT reforms are all about safety, honesty, and accountability. Yes, the process might feel a little stricter and take a few minutes longer, but it's there to protect honest drivers and make sure unsafe cars don't slip through the cracks. So, to wrap up, the best way to stay ahead of these changes is simple. Book your MOT early, choose a trusted garage, and keep your car in good condition. If you do that, the new system will actually work in your favor.